just turn this into it is the reason they won is because of Stetson Bennett. Let's not do that.
Sam, you're killing me.
Key, I love you. I love you so much. Let me tell you why I love you, because you're talking about pressure. You talking about, man, well, Bryce Young, he's got all this pressure, and his receivers are down and facing all this pressure. This is the Heisman Trophy winner.
Doesn't matter,
Bryce Young.
though.
This is the dude who
if
set
I don't
records
have my,
week
if I don't
in
have my
and
guys,
week out.
it
This
doesn't
dude
matter.
has felt pressure. You saw the Iron Bowl, Key. You saw the Iron Bowl. He got sacked 8 times in the Iron Bowl. That was more sacks than he's been sacked all season. Yet in the last minute, no, he didn't. He only had one guy. He had John Metchie. In the last minute, the last 59 seconds of that game, we saw Bryce Young overcome pressure. Don't come at me with, well, it was too much pressure for Bryce Young. Number one. Number two, you talked about receivers. You said, man, those receivers dropped passes. And yes, passes were dropped by the Alabama receivers because there were some backups in there. But let's not forget, there were some backup receivers for Georgia as well. George Pickens, he only showed up for the very beginning of that game. You saw that big catch that he had. But A.D. Mitchell, the dude you talked about who caught that pass, the touchdown on a backup, he also was a backup. He started the season as a backup. He was not supposed to be the guy. Georgia had a ton of injuries at receiver as well. And so both teams were playing through injuries, with injuries. Both teams were playing with backups. And so let's not sit here and pretend that Georgia was just completely healthy and they had everybody and all these things and they just beat a depleted team and just act like Georgia, A.D. Mitchell is just this superhero. He stepped up big, number one. And number two, yes, the defensive backs were injured.
Sam, I didn't start off saying that they had injuries. Their head coach, Kirby Smart, started off saying they had injuries. So maybe he's giving an excuse to his old boss. I don't know. All I'm doing is stating the facts, man. That's all I'm doing. Yes, Mitchell may have been a backup, but in that particular moment, their backup was better than Alabama's backup. Let's be honest.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we can absolutely be honest in that scenario. But you're also saying that the question was, okay, what was the reason, right? The main cause, the important reason as to why Alabama lost, or better yet, Georgia won. And you said that the reason that Georgia won this game was because of Alabama's injuries. That's what you said.
I believe if Alabama was at full strength, it would have been a different game. We saw the injury to Jamison, right? If he didn't get injured right there on a big chunk play, you don't think they would have went down there and put 7 on the board?
Maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. But in all reality, Key, Alabama has been at full strength health. Well, no, hear me out, because you're laughing, you're smiling, which is all good and all dandy. It's a new year. It's 2022. So,
yes, it is.
In all reality, Alabama has been healthy all season long. Throughout the regular season, Alabama was healthy. But, man, you look at the matchups, like opponents. You look at the way that both these teams were playing, both at full strength. Georgia was dominating, and to put the words of Nick Saban, Georgia was the most consistent team. That's what Nick Saban said. I want to talk about what coaches said. Nick Saban said Georgia was the most consistent team all season long. Anyone like you who watched college football knows that. Alabama had its ups and its downs at full strength. So we cannot assume that if everyone were going to be healthy in this game, that Alabama would have just rolled up its sleeves and won this game. I believe there was a lot of pent-up anger and aggression. Like, if you want to do anything, Key, give credit to Kirby Smart. Give credit to this Georgia team. Give credit to the last 37 days where they got embarrassed in the SEC championship game and they were out of condition. They said, we're going to run extra. We're going to wake up early. We're going to do all these things to find a way to win. If you're going to give anybody credit, and you don't want to give it to Stetson Bennett, give it to the Georgia football team, and then give it to Kirby Smart, who has been saying all season that you are either elite or you are not. Sometimes the chips fall where they may. In this scenario, the chips fell with an injury to Jameson Williams, and I hope he gets healthy soon because he is a baller, a beast, one of the best receivers in college football. That's where the chips fell. But let's not just sit here and assume that, well, because all these guys were injured, right? Cameron Latu, tight end, he stepped up big, even through injuries. And so I know that it sounds good to say that Alabama would have won if they were at full strength. But Vegas, who had Alabama as underdog, Will Anderson, who should have been in the Heisman conversation, their star defensive player, who kind of said we were an underdog, the whole team was like, man, we need to play our best ball. And they didn't play their best ball, whether because of injury or because of they were not ready for the moment. And Georgia, for all season, was prepping for it, and they found a way to get the job done.
Well, if I don't have my 2 top wide receivers in the national championship game versus the SEC, where Alabama ran shop on Georgia, it's going to be a different game. It's just going to be a different game.
But also, let's just give some
Key.
props to Stetson Bennett, you guys.
Nick Saban has 7 rings,
yeah,
bro.
okay.
So
we got to move on, but let's
do
quickly give some props to Stetson Bennett, okay? He's a walk-on quarterback. He also was he was getting so much criticism leading up to this game. Everyone asking the question, does he have what it takes to win a national championship? Yes, my friends, he absolutely does. Okay.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.